Hi there, this is Catherine. Thanks you for listening to my SEO Tips micro podcast. So, before we get into today's SEO tip, I just wanted to share with you the ways you can support the podcast if you're enjoying all the tips and finding them useful. So, you can send me a donation at buymeacoffee.com/Catherine W. Ong, O-N-G, and that's Catherine with a K. Any and all levels of donation are appreciated. It will help me offset the cost of producing the podcast. So, that's buymeacoffee.com/Katherinewong. I'd also encourage you to subscribe to our email list to make sure you're not missing any future episodes or any other news about the SEO Tips podcast. And to do that, you'd go to wostrategies.com/newsletter. Okay, on with today's tip.
How should you handle website migrations where you're merging different sites into one larger site or splitting a website apart? Hello, thanks for listening to SEO Tips today. So, Google, during a recent Google Webmaster Hangout, clarified that when you're merging multiple websites into a single domain or splitting websites onto multiple domains, it takes some time to process, and ultimately the outcome is pretty unpredictable versus just moving one website to a new domain. And ultimately, your rankings are probably going to be different than before. So, here are my notes from the video. One, a move like that takes a lot longer for Google to process, and ultimately it's hard to determine what your results will be at the end. Two, with the merge, it creates, in Google's eyes, a new site. So it might be that that final state is much different than the individual sites you're merging together. And three, unfortunately, there's no real trick to handling this. You have to take it page by page. That means page by page 301 redirects, and migrate those to the larger site. So that's your tip for today. If you're going to be moving a website, either merging multiple websites together or splitting them apart, there's no real trick for managing that other than following the most SEO best practices that you can. So thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for another SEO tip.